So who actually pays the Honest Guide? Who pays us? Well, the short answer is you, because you just clicked on this video and most likely there was an advertisement, and the revenue from the advertisement, we get part of it. So thank you. So, hey, we're the Honest Guides and we run a YouTube channel. It's sort of a travel show about our city of Prague, and we try to do it as honest as possible. So here is an honest guide to the Honest Guide. And the first question I answered is who pays us, which I said was you, but there's other people that pay us as well. For example, our Patreons that we treasure very much, and we also get sponsorships on our videos. Why I'm saying this is because most people think that we get paid by the venues that we show, like this coffee place. We've showed it multiple times and people believe that they pay us to come here with a camera and tell you to have a coffee. No, they don't. Therefore, I believe we can call ourselves honest. Now, but when I said that we, from time to time, have sponsors, we do, but they never tell us what to show in the video, and also they are unrelated to the topic. So our longtime partner is Surfshark VPN, but they never tell us which coffee places to show in the top 5 list of coffee places in Prague. The list is based on our experience, and the coffee places can't pay or bribe us to appear on the list. Does that make sense? I believe it does. Do we get written permissions from the places to show them? No, we kind of sort of just show up and we ask if we can show them on the spot, and most likely they say yes. Before, when we started the show, we didn't ask. We had like 275 subscribers, so we didn't really care. Only a couple hundred people watch the videos. Now, with the viewership we get, we really usually ask, because sometimes we can cause a lot of people coming to the coffee place. Right now there's 8 people here, 4 of them are because they watched our show. It makes me happy. Now, since we have over 1 million subscribers, the question that may pop into your head is, have you ever ruined a place by showing it on your show? I hope not. Maybe I'm not super honest here right now, but we did create some tourist attractions. For example, the Paternoster elevator, where a lot of people discovered it thanks to our videos. But I believe, even though we've shown this place dozens of times, as you can see, it's still a lovely coffee place where you can go to. Now, what do places have to do to appear on our show? Well, send a big fat check. No, I'm kidding. They have to be as honest as possible, and hopefully we'll come across them. Now, usually when somebody approaches me on the street or writes us an email saying, look, I run this place, can you feature it on your show? I have a list in my Google Maps where I save it once to go to, and then I try to visit as many places as possible in my days in Prague, and if I like the place, then we try to feature it on our show. But it's not like if they send many emails, more likely they'll be on the show. It's actually less likely. There's this one place, they keep sending an Instagram message, they have my phone number like every month. They're like, you have to come to my place. I walk past it every day. I haven't found the courage to enter yet, I'm afraid. That being said, and Honza is very honest about this part, is he usually claims that people react to me differently than to him. So sometimes we do a double check where I go to a place, they may treat me nicely, but then Honza goes in, and if they also treat him nicely, we'll show the place. And Honza is nodding like, yep. Many times Janek liked a place, then I walked in and it sucked. Do you get offered free stuff, free drinks, free coffee, free food? Yes, many times. I always decline it. I always pay for my stuff myself. Sometimes it's very hard, but I try to do my best. I really try to be honest and pay for the things I order. Yet it can be difficult, especially when we show the place. Then they get a lot of visitors, and then they try to pay us back by giving us free stuff. I usually tell them, just give it to whoever comes after me. I really try. And why do I refuse free food and free drinks? Well, because it is sort of a payment, and I should be unbiased and also honest. That's why I do it, even though free food tastes the best. Is this your full-time job? Yep. It is. We don't have an office that we go to every day. I mean, my office or our office is sort of the city that we go around and we look for places and mainly stories that we later show. So I usually sit around places like these. And Honza, because he edits most of the videos, 90% of those, 95, he also has an editing room where he edits and sits around and has to look at my face twice. Once when he films it and the second time when he edits it. Give a thumbs up for Honza, please. Go below now, hit the like button, and write, I feel sorry for you, Honza. Because I do. Fun story, when I introduced Honza to my family in US, and they saw his face, they looked at me and they said, what? And you're the one in front of the camera, Janek? I believe I said this on the show before. Do you script your videos? Well, sometimes we do. Like this one, I had to write down at least some ideas and points what we're gonna talk about. But if we're making an honest guide video to our city about something, regarding something that we experience every day, for example, how to buy a ticket for the public transport, we don't really need to write a script because we lived in the city our whole life. So if we're trying to explain to someone how to do something that we've been doing every single day, you don't need to write a script for that. Ironically, the most scripted videos are the ones that we can't really script, and those are when we film the money scammers. Usually, I film a lot of footage that is unrelated, it's just the money scammers doing something on the street, and then I have to turn it into some sort of a story. So I sit down, I look at all the footage, and I write a script. That's why the only time we use voiceovers in our videos is when we do the money scammer story. How long does it take to film and edit an episode? Well, that varies. Some videos take years to film, like the money scammers, because you have to follow them around for a long time. And some, like how to get from the airport to the city center, takes or should take 30 minutes because that's how long it takes. But in reality, I think it took 2 hours to film that episode because we actually ran into a money scammer. I kid you not, that's a true story. Honza was filming a sign in the subway and I had my microphone on. Honza can hear me when I talk and I said, dude, put your camera down. There's the money scammer walking towards you. He's going to the airport because that's where he operates. So I just remember Honza panning down and there he was. And how long it takes to edit the video? Well, it depends. I don't want to talk for Honza, but it's usually a day or two. In my case, when I edit the money scammer videos, it's like a week or two. And also, here's a plot twist. We don't make one video every week. We make two, because we make them in two languages. The reason for that is because I'm Czech and my mother tongue is Czech. So we also make these videos for the Czech tourists that come to Prague or for people living in Prague who just want to learn and discover more about their city. And you'd be surprised how many people from Prague watch our videos and tell us, wow, you discovered a new place for me that I didn't know. Is it just the two of us making these videos? Well, most of the time, yes, but we also have friends who help us out. So usually when we film the money scammers, we have other friends who help us. And I have two great friends who I always reach out to clarify an information that I'm saying in the video. That way I can be as honest and truthful. So if I'm talking about architecture or buildings, I usually call my friend Adam because he's a famous Czech architect that knows everything about architecture. It's unbelievable what that guy knows. And if I want to know something about Prague, about how the city runs and how it develops, I call my friend who's the director of the Institute for Development in Prague, Ondřej. Now, you may remember his face because he's also a Prague bell ringer, and we created all the bell videos that we made. Now, since this is kind of a making of video and how we make our honest guide, people also ask us what equipment we use and if we use some special hidden cameras to film the scams. Yeah, this is my hidden camera, my iPhone, and Honza just uses a Canon 5D because he kind of looks like a tourist when he walks around the city, so you don't need any special equipment. We have microphones and we have our MacBooks that we edit the stuff on. Nothing really special. Now, since we're talking about the honest guide, is there something like dishonest guide? Yes, I believe so. I believe it's most of the TikTok videos you see about Prague. Just recently, we saw this one.
Hey Glammers, trying pizza in Prague for the first time. That's right, they fry the pizza dough inside of this so much oil. Ready. Tapos, they add all the toppings and cheese. I wonder how does it taste? It was good.
Watching it just hurt us very, very much. That's not a pizza, it's langos, it's from Hungary. By the way, the place where she bought it is one of the most expensive places to buy it. So those are tourists, and I don't blame them for filming it, but then they give information that is not only inaccurate, but is a lie, is just made up. They see something that's round, so they're like, oh, that has to be a pizza. No, if it is round, it can be also something different. So that was just misleading and God, horrible. So we will continue on doing this show where we can explain that this is not pizza, it's langos. And you shouldn't pay 150 crowns for that. Oh boy. Now, since this is an honest guide to honest guide, we should also maybe explain how we come up with titles and thumbnails for our episodes. We usually spend a lot of time with that. Honza is the one in charge. He creates these great thumbnails, and he just recommended or suggested he's going to use my face and a Lamborghini for this episode. So if he did that and you clicked on it, I would just like to clarify, I do not own or drive a Lamborghini. I ride in a Porsche. It was 1 million euros. It's a tram. That's what I ride. I didn't buy it. The city bought it, and they let me ride it in the city. If you enjoy our videos, quite often we get invitations to buy us a beer. People will write to us, I'll be in Prague tomorrow, can I get you guys a beer? Well, we have to say no to those, because otherwise we would only be drinking beer with our viewers. But if you do want to support us, Patreon is the best way, or you can simply keep on watching our videos and let us know in the comments if you like them. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Our goal is to keep on making the best honest videos possibly we could from Prague, and I'll see you here next week. And in the end, I'm gonna teach you a Czech word, and that is how we call this in the Czech language. We call it kancelář, because this is the office. So the office in Czech is kancelář. I know it's a coffee place, but for us, it's kancelář. There's no printers, there's no fax machines. There's no annoying colleague you don't want to talk to, but you have to pay for a coffee.